Hey, so this is the Matt Lane Producer Hub, and right now I am reviewing the Akai Professional MPK Mini MK3 25 key MIDI USB, and I use this with FL Studio, so this definitely works with FL. I will say off the top, it I believe is the most popular MIDI keyboard. Like this is the MIDI keyboard that you see in like videos and like random images when it comes to music production. Like this is the MIDI. This is kind of like the signature travel MIDI too. Like if you're traveling, this is a MIDI that a lot of people take. And what's funny is I never took this to travel. Um, my experience with this was I used it for about 2 years, and I was actually borrowing it from my friend because I was just making like no money at the time. So basically I was borrowing this from my friend, and I had a great experience with it. It uh, every MIDI has a pro and con. So I've had and used three MIDIs over an extensive period of time, and this is one of them. And each every MIDI has a pro and con. This one has a lot of pros. Like it's not very big, and I'm telling you, the size of the MIDI matters, especially when it comes to home studios or a lot of places. Like most desks that you're ever going to be on are not that big. You know, like this MIDI size wise fits on pretty much any desk because it's about the same width as like a laptop. So it's very versatile in that aspect, and I really like that about it. And it has two key things that I like. Well, number one, it's a MIDI keyboard. It has keys, but it also has a drum pad. So I highly recommend if you're getting a MIDI keyboard, even if you're starting off, to get one with a drum pad. The original MIDI I had, the first MIDI I had, did not have a drum pad, and I didn't start using a drum pad, weirdly enough, till like maybe a couple years ago. So I actually spent a lot of time producing without a drum pad. And once I started using a drum pad, I never went back. So I think using a drum pad is the best way to do drums. In my opinion, I have the most fun doing it that way, and I think it gives you the most flexibility. And I had a great experience with the drum pad, so I just highly recommend that you at least try using the drum pad when doing your drums. It might not work exactly for you. I know a lot of guys that make great drum patterns, just like placing them in. And I always say, like, everyone makes beats differently. Like, for sure, I've seen great beat makers make beats like so many different ways. But like I said, I think if you're starting off, this is the ideal MIDI. If I had to go back and I was just starting from scratch and I didn't have a major budget, this is the MIDI I would get because it's only $99, which in today's economy is cheap. It's probably like the most affordable quality MIDI. It's a great MIDI. I can't say enough about it. Like 800 bought in the last month. These guys are making a lot of money. Use the link in the description to purchase this, so I get credit for the MIDI itself. So thank you for that. But yeah, just overall, like, I want to talk about just the melodies and the pros and cons. Okay, so the pros, obviously, the drum pad, the keys. I think the only con with this is the keys. Like, it's a small keyboard, so it's only 25 keys. This one that I have right here is a 49 key. And this MIDI is actually almost like $250 or something like that. So if you're starting off, it's probably not the one you might have the budget for. I know how that is. I kind of worked my way up. I've had two cheaper, less expensive MIDIs than that one. But I'll say, like, obviously this one has a drum pad too. So that's something that I carried over from this. But I like more keys, like a bigger width. Although, like I said, you might actually make better melodies with a smaller keyboard. I feel like I made really good melodies with this because it kind of like made me focus on what was there. And in some way, it kind of like narrowed the possibilities, but which also kind of helped me in a way. Like it kind of like made it so I could only do so many things instead of just having so much flexibility to where like I could create, more things, but it almost kind of like tightened it a little bit and kind of made it easier. So, and I'm a big piano player. I've been playing since I was in middle school, and I'm in my 30s now. So, like, trust me, from a pianist, avid piano player, you can definitely make good melodies with this playing the piano, for sure. I just personally prefer a bigger MIDI because to me it's more like an actual piano. But honestly, it's highly debatable if um even having more keys makes a better melody. I think it does. If I were to vote, I would say it probably does. But again, you can still make great melodies with this MIDI. So that's all I really want to talk about. That's really the key things. Like I said, I like this MIDI because it is portable. It is light. I mean, you can. It's like a travel MIDI, so you can take it places. Um, it has a drum pad, which again I highly recommend getting a MIDI with a drum pad. Highly recommended. And the keys, it plays well. Like, and it meshes well with FL. Like, this is like the MIDI for starters of FL Studio. I think even pros use this MIDI because a lot of producers I know travel and things like that. They probably take this MIDI. Weirdly enough, I take a 61 key when I travel, which I'll probably show in another video. But that's all I can say about this. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Be sure to check out my producer resources in the comments and in the description. Thank you guys. Make sure you check out the link to this. Make sure you click the links and subscribe. Peace out.